the Lord really put this on my heart to talk about, and so I want to share, and I'm going to talk about some things that I've never really talked about on my platform before, but it feels important and it feels relevant to this season that I'm in right now, and just some things that I've been feeling today. But we serve a God who works suddenly. I don't know what you're waiting on. I don't know what you've been hoping for, what you've been praying to God for, whether you feel like you've been waiting forever and you see other people having it, you feel like it's never going to come. God hears you. He's heard you from the day that you started praying about the thing that you're asking for. But if you get it in your timing when you expect it, it's rare that you're going to give God the glory, right? God shows up in the unexpected. He shows up and waits for the impossible situations. He waits for that suddenly when you think that it's not going to happen. And I was thinking about this today because I was thinking about this relationship that I'm in with my boyfriend for the last 2 years. And I was thinking about it because he's on a bachelor trip this weekend. And I had this overwhelming sense of peace where I'm not worried or concerned about anything that he's doing. I mean, it's a very wholesome trip. They're whitewater rafting and hiking and going out to dinner, whatever. But I have no concern because I know my boyfriend and because I know the Lord, and I know that my boyfriend loves me, yes, but he loves Jesus. And the reason why I say this is because I was in a very unhealthy relationship for 6 going on 7 years that was just on and off. Was constantly getting broken up with, like just a really, really unhealthy, toxic relationship that I got into at a young age. And so it built my foundation of what I thought love was. And it also built the foundation of how I viewed myself and how I didn't feel deserving of love. And I've never really had a healthy example of love growing up. My parents got divorced when I was 15, but it wasn't really the most, healthy relationship. So I didn't really see that. And so when I got into this relationship with this ex-boyfriend, it was chaotic, and that was what I was used to. And so I felt like that was love, constantly fighting for people and whatever. Regardless, when I got out of that relationship for 4 to going on 5 years, I was single. And, I would talk to people here and there, but nothing I knew was going to be my forever until I met my boyfriend. And when I met my boyfriend, it was a suddenly. It was in a time where I was so content with being single. I was, starting to make my faith-based content. I was really locked in with Jesus. And it was finally a point in my life where I was comfortable being alone and just being with the Lord and doing my own thing. And it happened so suddenly that I think about it. I was thinking about it today. It's like, I never got to say goodbye to my independent self. I never got to say goodbye to the Savannah who'd wake up and go to a coffee shop and go to the bookstore and just, do my own thing, go thrifting. I never got to say goodbye to that. It's kind of like I waved to her in the rearview mirror and, now I go on about my life with my boyfriend, which I'm so grateful for. But it reminds me of the suddenly. And even though I'm in a season right now where I'm waiting on things for the Lord and I get frustrated and I get impatient and I'm like, God, when is it going to be me? I have to think back to those seasons of when I was hoping for something and it felt like so long, from being in such an unhealthy relationship to, even if I think back to the beginning, it's like from high school, being in that, going through my singleness and horrible breakups and horrible relationships and all these things, suddenly God dropped this individual into my life who has treated me the way that I've prayed for, who is exactly what I've prayed for, and then some. And so I think about it and I'm just like, my gosh, even being where I am in life right now, living where I live, just the financial situation that I'm in, even though it's not where I want to be in the end game, it is everything that I've prayed for. I've been through seasons in life where my car's gotten repoed multiple times. I've gotten evicted. I've been severely depressed and anxious and blah, blah, blah. I've never felt more peace in my life than I feel now. And it feels like it just happened suddenly, even though I know that there is so much time and work that I've had to put in myself and just so many things have gone by. It just feels like God worked suddenly, where I look back at my life and I'm like, I can't even believe where I am right now compared to where I was. And so I don't know what it is that you're waiting on, what you're going through right now. But I always like to use the verse in James where we're reminded that every suffering that we go through, every trial that we go through, we count it joy because it may be hurtful now, but joy does come in the morning. And the morning might not be tomorrow, but there's going to be a day where you look back and you say, I'm so grateful for what I went through because it prepared me for where I am now. And there's no way that I couldn't give God all the glory for where I am now because of where I was. I could not do that myself. I couldn't get myself through that myself. There's no other way that this could have happened but Jesus. And so I don't know what you're waiting on, what you're hoping for, what you're praying for, but we serve a God who works suddenly, he works quickly, and he doesn't want you to forget about him when you receive that thing. And so it may take a little longer, but joy does come in the morning. And that thing that you're hoping and praying for, he heard you since the first day, and it's coming, but he's going to do it in his timing, because that's how he gets the glory. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. I hope that helps somebody.